Hi, it's Scholastica here from Legacy Counseling Center. I'll be talking about procrastination today. Procrastination is when you delay or put off tasks until the last minute or past their deadline. When you procrastinate, you typically find yourself performing trivial activities instead of working on important, meaningful tasks. We all procrastinate to some degree, putting off tasks because there is something uninteresting about what has to be done, or because we would rather be doing something else. When procrastination stands in the way of being effective, it can cause serious problems in different areas of our lives. Long-term procrastination can lead to chronic stress, difficulty with school or work, trouble in relationships, or how confident you feel in your abilities. People who procrastinate may end up working late or missing time with family or friends to make up for lost time. Procrastination is often confused with laziness, but they are very different. Procrastination is an active process. You choose to do something else instead of the task that you know you should be doing. In contrast, laziness suggests indifference, inactivity, and an unwillingness to act. People procrastinate for various reasons, including an aversion to a task, a fear of failure, frustration, self-doubt, and even anxiety. Procrastination itself is not a mental health diagnosis, although psychological studies often associate it with reduced mental health. Procrastination can be a characteristic feature of some mental health issues like ADHD, depression, and anxiety. In individuals with symptoms of ADHD, they may experience extreme difficulties with time management and organization, and tend to procrastinate more often than people not experiencing ADHD symptoms. When ADHD occurs with bipolar, procrastination may be particularly likely. One common effect of depression is low self-esteem, which has been linked to procrastination. Individuals who doubt their ability to satisfactorily complete a task may be more likely to avoid or delay starting on it. In individuals who experience anxiety, they may tend to become preoccupied by fear of failure. Lack of confidence in one's ability to complete a task can lead to procrastination in order to avoid failure in the short term. Some research studies suggest that procrastination is closely linked to mood. People may procrastinate when stressed or overwhelmed in the hopes that their future self will be better equipped to tackle a certain task. For example, people who have very high stress jobs may often turn to procrastination as a coping strategy. Here are a few tips to curb procrastination. Create small goals. This can help to reduce feelings of being overwhelmed by large projects. Create a prioritized to-do list. One thing that often gets in people's way when it comes to completing tasks is finishing lower priority items at the expense of more important, higher priority tasks. Most people tend to juggle numerous responsibilities, making it necessary to put some off. A to-do list ranked in order of priority can help you make an informed choice on what things to put off and when, rather than finishing the easier things first. Create a time limit. An alarm on your phone can be used to limit yourself to a set amount of time for completing a task. If you are the type of person who can spend 30 minutes doing a chore for which 15 minutes would be adequate, this strategy can be helpful, although it may make some people anxious. Use your natural patterns to your advantage. If you are more alert in the mornings, schedule more difficult tasks in the mornings. Do you feel more desire to interact with people after lunch? Schedule lunch meetings or phone calls then. Is there a time of day you prefer to be quiet and withdraw into yourself? That may be a good time for organizing your desk or filing system. Chances are, if you don't like doing a particular task at a certain time, you are more likely to put it off. One other thing I'd like to mention is that it's important to forgive and trust yourself. Some research has shown that people who forgave themselves for procrastinating in the past had lower chances of procrastinating in the future. This forgiveness often comes hand in hand with trusting oneself, remembering the ways they are equipped to handle and complete a task makes it easier for some individuals to avoid procrastination. Last but not least, if you're facing challenges with procrastination, you may want to consider working with a therapist, since procrastination is often a habit created over years and it can be difficult to reverse on your own sometimes. If there is a chance a mood issue or mental health concern could be contributing to chronic procrastination, working with a mental health professional could be a key step to overcoming procrastination. Take care.